At this hour, about 500,000 customers of PG&E, and that amounts to about 1.5 million people at least, are without power in all of the environments around San Francisco. Where I'm sitting right now in San Francisco, we have power. But as you can see over my shoulder behind me, over there is Alameda, Oakland, the East Bay. All of that is expected to lose power at noon today, bringing the total to beyond 2.5 million Californians. This, of course, is tremendously ironic considering that this is the center of one of the greatest engines of innovation and technology in the world. And Silicon Valley, which is going to be affected by this blackout as well, is of course also, one of the great engines of that. And so to see everything here reduced to, darkness, basically, by the local utility in a place where we are known for innovation is pretty unbelievable. Now, PG&E says that they have to do this because, of course, 2 years ago yesterday, their power lines sparked wildfires that were incredibly destructive and wound up driving the utility into bankruptcy. They are hoping to avoid sparking wildfires again, they say, with a shutdown like this, and that it will take many days, perhaps as long as 5 days, to get power back up again. That means residents all across this region who perhaps depend on power for oxygen supplies, for dilation, for who knows what kind of medical necessity, never mind people who need to refrigerate their insulin or do any other kind of life-saving medication and keep it controlled, all of that is in danger in an environment where suddenly everything's going to go dark. And we had rumors that this was coming maybe perhaps 2 or 3 days ahead of time, but it wasn't until, in some cases, just hours before power went out that residents actually learned this was happening. And so there's a real heightened sense of tension, of worry, of the sense that perhaps our civilization here is not as civilized as we thought. All of that really pervading Northern California today.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.